There we go, Robert out in front. Goes deep into that first zone. Vittorio wastes no time to apply that pressure. Both of them come around that zone into zone 2. Fills it up very nicely. Robert comes out. Here comes Vittorio, try to close the gap again. Robert doing a great job on that qualifying line. Let's see what happens as they come onto that straight here. Robert pulls away, initiates. Here comes Vittorio closing in the gap. Ooh, Robert bouncing right off the rails before the judges. Here we go, Vittorio out in front, Robert chasing him down. Both of them going zone number 1. Looks like Vittorio comes in a little early, and then Robert has a little trouble bouncing off the walls and then kind of hits Vittorio too. Remember, first crash is not in play, so we're gonna just see how it all is gonna play out. Vittorio fills up zone number 2 pretty nicely. Robert's right there with him. Let's see what happens as they go into the high-speed straight. Quick flick of the wrist. Robert has a little difficulty in that initiation point. Comes into that guardrail. And then Vittorio rides that sweep pretty well. Gets the last zone on the... Alrighty, alrighty. Alrighty, Jason out in front. Coming in zone number 2. Vittorio closes in and apply that pressure. Side by side they go as they initiate, coming out of that the double switchback. Jason comes into the straight. Let's see what happens here. Jason initiates. Vittorio's right there behind. Vittorio a little bit on the inside, then closes in. Side by side. Oh my goodness, almost a... Here we go, Vittorio out in front. The S15. Jason on the chase in the 890. Ooh, bumper to bumper they go as they go around the first zone. Wow. No distance between them. Vittorio fills up zone number 1 very nicely. Initiates the zone number 2. Fills it up. Here comes Jason applying that pressure. Here they go, coming around, coming out of that double switchback onto that high-speed straight. Let's see how they do as they enter the sweeper. Vittorio initiates. Jason hits the wall. Whoa, what a ride. Let's see what happens here. Vittorio holds it together. Finishes strong. Oh, man. Oh, man. Here we go. Vittorio in the lead position, number 26, chasing him down. It's car 46, Sam Angelo with the name change. Here we go. Vittorio out in front. Vittorio initiates into the first zone. Sam's right there knocking on his door. Both of them coming out of zone number 1 to zone number 2. Vittorio fills it up very nicely as he tries to pull away. Here comes Sam closing in the gap. Ooh, making it look nice and easy. Here they go as they initiate into the sweeper. Lots of speed. Sam actually dives in, makes up for lost time, closes in. Vittorio's... All right, we got Sam out in the front now. Vittorio chasing. Ooh, Sam does a little touch and go on that first zone, almost bouncing off the wall. Let's see how it's all going to play out. Vittorio applying that pressure. Side by side they go. Vittorio knocking on his door now. Sam trying to pull away. Ooh, Vittorio kind of makes sure he doesn't draw contact very nicely. Ooh, chucks it in, closes the gap and starts knocking. Oh, all the way through. Wow, what a... Wow. All right, 26 out in front. Vittorio in the lead. Miko on the chase. Vittorio initiates, fills up zone number 1, kind of leaves a little early there. Miko follows him wherever he goes. Here goes Vittorio filling up zone number 2 pretty nicely. Miko right there applying that pressure again. Here they both go coming out of that double switchback. Let's see what happens as they enter the straight. Ooh, Vittorio fills up sweeper pretty nice on that rail all the way to the second. Alrighty, Miko out in front. Initiates into that first zone. Here comes Vittorio knocking on his door. Both of them going side by side, coming into the second zone. Miko fills it up pretty nicely as well. Here comes Vittorio applying that pressure. Here they both come out very strongly as they enter the sweeper. Nice, easy transition for Miko as he initiates. And there's Vittorio coming in, knocking on his door all the way through the end. Alrighty, guys. Alrighty, you guys heard it.
Drivers ready?
Alrighty, Vittorio out in front. One more time battle. Juices are flowing. People are warmed up. Here we go, here we go. Vittorio enters zone number 1. Gets deep in that zone. Here comes Miko chasing him down. Here they both go in zone number 2 very nicely. Vittorio comes out. Here comes Miko applying that pressure. Vittorio doing a great job on that qualifying line. Vittorio initiates. Gets nice angle and great speed. They're not scrubbing any speed. That's what you want to do. Miko's right there with him, side by side. There's a one more time battle. Driving's going to come up. The first time they both had a little bit of mistakes, zeroed each other out. So it ended up being a one more time battle. Now we're in a one more time battle, and now Miko's in the lead. He's going to initiate going to zone number 1. Vittorio's right there with him. Miko comes in short on zone number 1. Let's see how it's all going to play out. Fills up zone number 2 for the most part pretty nicely. Here comes Vittorio knocking on his door as well, trying to apply that proximity. Vittorio really trying to push the proximity card very nicely here. Bumper to bumper as they initiate into the sweeper. Miko backs it into that rail pretty close there as they come out. Whoa, side by side. What a run. Wow, that is a one more time battle for. All right, that's Vittorio out in front. David on the chase. Here we go. Vittorio dives into zone number 1 very nicely. There comes Dave applying that pressure. Vittorio fills up zone number 2. There's Dave knocking on his door. They both come around, going in zone, going out of the straight, that is, to see how it's all going to play out. Vittorio initiates, skims the wall there as he comes into the sweeper very nicely. Dave's right there following wherever he goes. Fills up the last zone, and so does Dave. Dave comes out of that gate, does a little love tap on that wall, it looks like, but let's see how it's all going to play out here. Dave goes into zone number 1 deep and fills it up. Here comes Vittorio knocking on his door. Dave goes into zone number 2. Let's see how it's all going to play out here. Fills it up. Vittorio's knocking on his door. Side by side they go as they come out into the straight. Dave initiates, Vittorio initiates. Ooh, Vittorio a little bit on the inside. They go side by side. Oh no! Keep the bodies on! What a run! What a run!
Check out their setups if they're kind enough. But these 3 guys right here did phenomenal all night. Insane driving.
Yeah, with that being